Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and this time I'm back to help you unlock the Jason X preview that is located in the virtual cabin in the offline mode of Friday the 13th, the game. If you want a nice little juicy little bit of an experiment here, this is actually quite impressive. I'll give it to the development team for the fact they actually went and did this. Now what you want to do naturally is just load up the virtual cabin, and as you see here, once it will load up, it will say Beta 1.0 version. Now at this point, once it loads fully, you'll have a nice little amount of quests that you'll have to do to actually unlock this, and I will jump straight to the next part. Now once you first start out here, you can explore all you want, but it doesn't seem like there's really much you can do. However, there's these magazines and books that are located around the area, and if you turn them around, they have a word guess on the back of them. And if you'll notice, one of the little spots on the word guess of the word you're trying to figure out is highlighted, and what you want to do is solve these and take the letter from each of the highlighted sections, and it will spell out a message for you. And if you want to do this, go right ahead, but I'm going to help you out here. The message that you want to find out by doing these word puzzles is the word mother. Yes, that's right. And once you actually have the word mother, you do this. Alright, what you want to do is near the front entrance of the main door of this cabin is activate this old ass computer. It will ask you that you want to update, look for an update and ask you for a password. The password is mother. Type in mother and hit enter, and pretty much it will update you, giving you the abilities to pick up items, to crouch, and also an inventory. Now at this point, you want to, if you want to explore around the area, but I found there's these two dioramas in the main room here and one in the back room, and what you want to do is you want to pick up all the figurines. There's 3 of them here, and if you want to read the plaque, it'll explain stuff, but just head on back, and I think it's in this room here. Yes, here it is. It's in the back corner over here. You go over to this diorama. Oh, ooh, scary. Yeah, I forgot to mention it'll have like fake jump scares. And you'll have a diorama here, and you'll want to pick up all the figures here. Now, you want to actually set the dioramas up in a certain way, but you're missing a figure. So head to the bathroom. Don't look at her butt, but in the box over here is the missing character Chris that you need. And what you want to do is place the characters, the figures, in the correct spots on these dioramas. Now this one here, I think, is pretty much treat it like I think it's Friday the 13th part 3. And the way you want to do it is you want to actually put, I think it's Ollie in the first spot, Jason, part 3 Jason in the middle, and Chris in the 3rd spot. Now, the one thing I screwed up here is I kept putting the wrong Jason in the wrong spot, but you can swap them out. It doesn't mean you have to do it the first time. But like I said, Ollie first, Jason second, and then Steven on the 3rd space. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, Chris. Now, once you get all 3 of them there, you'll have to head out to the other diorama and place the figures there as well. Alright, and you head back out here, and I think this is like the final Friday diorama scene. And this one you want to place it in order of Jessica first, Jason in the middle, and Steven on the end. Now once you place these correctly, the drawer will open up and you will actually get a badge. Alright, once you have it ready, come back to the room with the red door and place your figure correctly to receive your first of the 4 patches. Now, after you're done with that, you go to the next phase of this little mission, which is upstairs. So you want to head back out here and go upstairs. I always get kind of turned around in this cabin, I don't know why. But upstairs against the wall, you will see right here, underneath the Stillwater sign, is the Jason Voorhees masks. And what you want to do is grab all of them. But you'll notice that there's still 3 missing, and you have to find them. The first missing mask is downstairs in the fireplace. Just crouch down and be able to get your first of the 3 missing masks. And now it's on to find the other 2. The next mask is located in the red door room. And off to the side back here will be an open box next to a wheelchair, and you will find the second mask. Now, all you need is one more. And if I remember correctly, it is in the room that has the tent in it. So you'll have to search around to find the room with the tent. I believe it is upstairs. Alright, head into the room and crouch down and go into the tent. You'll find the third and final missing mask. Now, you want to head back to this location, and here is kind of a pain in the ass, but if you are a huge fan of Friday the 13th, you should be able to do this. What you want to do is place the masks in chronological order, starting from Friday the 13th one on up. Now keep in mind, one of the masks that you have that has blue on it is not a real Jason Voorhees mask, so you want to actually not use that one. Once you have placed all the masks in the correct order, not putting the blue one up, which will be in your inventory, you will hear a chime. As you can see here, here's the correct way the masks go in. This drawer will open, giving you another patch. Now, after you get that patch, this is where it gets kind of interesting. This is the next part of this little puzzle. This next part, you have to collect 4 different items and place them on the correct corresponding locations. First of all, go into the tent room. And what you want to do once you get into the tent room is off to the side here, it will be a cabinet. Go ahead and open it up. Don't worry about the stupid scary spider. Nice jump scare. And bend down and grab the blue yo-yo out of the soda box. Then you want to head out and go downstairs and find your next one. Now, you can pick these up in any order, so it does not matter what order you get them in. Now, in the red door room, off on the edge here will be a sheriff's badge. Pick that up, and that'll be the second item that you need to collect. And head on out here. And in the bathroom, on the toilet, is a red bandana. That's the next item that you want to get. And you can place them as well, because the red bandana will go on the pedestal here in the red door room. So that's red bandana in the red door room. Once you place that, it doesn't really make a sound or anything, but you'll know it's right. Now, at the front door is a blue hat. That's your 4th and final thing to collect. Now you just have to place the rest of them. Like I said, you can pick them up in any order and you can place them at any time, but as long as you place them in the correct spot. Now near the red exit door will be a pedestal behind the door. That is where the red hat goes. Place the red hat here and you'll be fine. I'm sorry, blue hat, red hat. It'll be red after Jason gets a hold of it. But place the blue hat on the pedestal near the red door. Now, after you do that, on to the next location. Alright, next up is head upstairs to the tent room. On the pedestal here in the tent room, you want to place the badge. Once you have the badge down, you just have one to go. And head around the corner and go into the bloody boat room, as I call it, and you'll find the pedestal over near the flag. You'll have to pick up this VHS tape of Summer Camp, and here you want to place the final item you have, the blue yo-yo. That will give you your final patch. At this point, you should actually have all 4 of the patches, except for one. Now, this one was kind of a pain in the butt to figure out, and a lot of people didn't know this. But what you want to do now is find the phone. Now, the phone should be down right before you get the hallway right here. And what you want to do is dial a number. It's 1-555-342-9277. That's right. Actually, dial that phone number. Once you dial that phone number, you'll get treated to a nice little soundbite of Jason Voorhees' mother talking some smack to you. And from then on, it just gets even weirder, really. But like I said, once you go ahead and you put that in, you hear all this.
Where is my boy?
Alright everybody, once you have your 4th and final patch, what you want to do is look around like an idiot in a circle. No, you want to head, I believe it is over near the kitchen. And against the kitchen wall is where you can put these 4 patches. Once you put all 4 of the patches here, it will open a secret door down to Jasonopolis. It's not called Jasonopolis. I just had to say that because I'm an idiot. But once your door opens here, you can go down here. And much like the first version of the virtual cabin, here is all the Jason models that you can look at. But you'll notice there's one in the back that is actually covered up for some reason. Now, while you're down here, you'll notice the phone will keep ringing. So what you want to do? Shut the damn phone up. After you get tired of it, just go over here and click on the phone. And when you do, you'll get a nice message. Blah, blah, yakety, schmackety, bing, bang, boom. That's okay. Not a big deal. Followed by this nice little generic jump scare of Jason's head. At this point, the game will end. At least it seems like it. It'll say virtual cabin completed. But this is where things get kind of weird. You can actually go back to offline play and pick virtual cabin again. Now, once it loads up, it will actually be different. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Once it first loads up, it will say New Game Plus added. Loading patch 1.3 now, which is really kind of odd. Now, it doesn't at first seem like there's any differences, but what you want to do is go over back to this computer and go to reset date, change the date, and change the date to June 13th, 1979. That's June 13th, 1979. Now, once you actually do that, then once you back out of here, it'll seem like most everything is about the same, but all you'll have to do now is just head back downstairs to see what the difference is. And once you head down here, so far nothing's really different, but this time the phone will start ringing again. And naturally just walk over to the phone and answer the phone. And you'll have to deal with some little bit more smack talk, but nothing really out of the ordinary. But this time, something different actually will happen. As you can see here, the game will act like the power was cut. And after it comes back on, you'll see that the power is out and that Jason Voorhees apparently didn't like the power. So he shut the power down. But that's okay. You don't need the power for this next part, and you can't grab his axe. Just look at his axe for a second, then go ahead and head back upstairs. But as you're heading out, you'll notice one of the Jasons got out. Yeah, and you'll see why here in a minute. As you head upstairs, you will find now, if you explore around, all the camp counselors have been brutally murdered. And as you progress through here, you'll want to head upstairs. Once you actually head upstairs, of course, along the way, you will have your little buddy, Jason, going around slaughtering all the people. But, you can look around and check out and see how brutally he murdered all the people. You can peer through the keyhole there, but I'm not going to do that. And as you see here, he killed him. And, head upstairs real quick and just kind of go down, and it'll do this cutscene here where we'll show all the mutilated, dead camp counselors. Because after all, they had it coming. They're stupid. No one likes these camp counselors. Now go and you can look around. But what I did is after you get upstairs, it seems to trigger a new event. Just head back downstairs now. Now when you head back downstairs, that door that was locked that you could only look through the keyhole is now open. And you'll see that, in fact, that the two people that were making out, there's only one now. Just shut the door. You'll find this guy on the back of the door, and he has a key around his neck. Take the key, and now at this point, the front door will be busted open, allowing you to go outside. Now, as you go outside, this goes into a nice little, another sort of game. Head up to this cabin right here, the shed right here. Use the key that you got from the bloody dead guy to open it up and get the shovel. You'll see what the shovel's used for here shortly. Now head on down this way. Now if you head down to the right, you'll find the boat dock with some gasoline that you need to collect more patches to unlock. But if you head over to the other side of the building here, up to the refrigerator, and you put in this code 5312, 5312, put that code into the lock, it will unlock the lock, allowing you to get in the refrigerator. Now, once you open the refrigerator, there'll be Jason's mama's head in there. I kind of wish that they would have put eyes in her. I think it would have been a lot creepier. Now you take his, mother's head, and at this point there's nothing else left with this refrigerator other than that head. And what you want to do is head up on the path. Let me go down here and show you this real quick, because your main goal is to get the patches that you can place here to unlock the gas can. Now head up here to the right hand side, and once again you can do these in any order. It's not like a matter of what order you do them in. So I am going to head up here and actually go to the cemetery first. Now head up to Jason Voorhees' grave and dig him up. You will be able to use your shovel and dig up Jason's body. Now I had a little bit of problem with this, getting the icon to show up with an X to open it up. You'll have that too, but open it up and look at all its maggot infested glory. Yum. Now off to the side here you will find this metal pillar, this fence post, and go over and stab him with it just like in a classic movie, and you'll have a nice little thing that will happen. As you see here, just stab him, he gets hit by lightning, and guess what, folks? He rises from the dead and he comes over to give you a great big hug. Don't worry everybody, that is supposed to happen. It will automatically respawn you back here, and at this point make sure in his grave will be a patch. Pick up the patch that he leaves behind in his grave. Then I head up here to Jason's shack, and it actually looks better, I think, in this thing than it does in the actual online game. But just head into the shack, and I'm sure you know what to do here. This is where you place his mom's head back on his little pedestal. When you do, she'll say a little bit of loving grace to you, and the next patch will appear in front of you. Pick up the second patch. Now, after you have those two patches, you just only need one more. And this one can be kind of, I wouldn't say complicated, but if you don't do it in the right way, you can actually end up having some problems. So I'm going to jump forward to it and help you out. Okay, on the way back down, you'll find this area with like a stop sign here on your right. And what you want to do is pay close attention. You got that blood smear. And what you want to do is walk straight forward. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a carving on the tree in front of you. If you do not walk a certain path through here, Jason will show up and kill you. Now what you want to do is turn, and it's kind of hard to see in the distance there, but you can walk straight ahead and there'll be an arrow stuck in the tree. Now, like I said, this can be kind of tricky because if you walk the wrong way, Jason will show up and kill you. Now, once it loads you back in, though, you can just, it starts you right back at that stop sign, and you can just head right back to where you need to go. But the trick is to pay close attention and try to make it to the next part, which is the ducks. Once you get to these ducks, once again, it's kind of hard to see, but you're trying to find a grave next, which, as you can see, I kind of screw up, I think, here, and I go the wrong way. And if you go the wrong way, this is what happens. Jason shows up and hacks you a new one. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see where you're supposed to go after you get to the ducks, but it's not really too difficult once you figure it out. So let's try this again. There's this machete right there and the blood stain. Head straight forward to the carved, you see his machete, head straight forward to the carved part of the tree. From the tree off to the left, you can go straight here. It will take you pretty much to the arrow that is in the tree. And once you get to the arrow in the tree, you will want to turn a little bit more here and head straight this way to the wooden ducks that's lying on the ground. Now, once you're at the wooden ducks, you will want to turn again, and be careful here. This is where I almost screwed up yet again, because it's really hard to see it. In fact, I was kind of pissed off that this seemed so difficult to see the final spot. But if you look, it's kind of hard to tell, but there's a grave site straight ahead here. Walk straight through these trees, And as long as you don't do it the wrong way, he won't attack you. And at this grave site, dig it up and look at the poor, poor puppy. Yeah, poor puppy. And this is your final patch of this part of the puzzle. Fortunately, after this part, there's only one more thing, and it doesn't really involve collecting stuff. It kind of involves something very, very odd. But at this point, what you want to do is head back down, and you'll see that Jason apparently is on a killing spree, because now all the camp counselors that are outside are now all dead. Go here, use your 3 patches that you've got to unlock the gas canister. Once you do, take it to the boat, hop in the boat, and go ahead and drive it off to safety. And congratulations, you just beat the virtual cabin again. But it's not over yet. No, now you want to go once again. Pick offline play, pick virtual cabin yet again. And once it loads, this will be the third and sort of final time you will have to do this. And this part actually took me quite a while to figure out. I tried everything before I just, for dumb luck, actually tried this, and it worked. And I don't know why it's in this game. It's really kind of weird. But once the virtual cabin loads, you'll see that it's different yet again. As you see here, it'll say loading patch 1.16, new game plus. Now, this one threw me for a loop because once it loads up, fundamentally nothing has changed. It seems to be the same as the last time. But now this has a nice little added thing that I figured out. What you want to do is put in the famous Konami code. I'm not kidding. You put the Konami code in. And what you want to do is do it with the analog stick, not the plus pad, and do it really fast. If you don't remember, it is up, up, down, down, left, right, circle X. If you do it fast, it will pop up this fake sort of a thing on the side there, a debug mode. And what you want to do is, I did it wrong there, but when you put the code in right, up, up, down, down, left, right, circle and X, it'll bring up that fake debug mode. And what you want to do is turn your map collision off and show collision on. And it'll go to this weird red line thing, which is kind of weird. And then exit the bug mode and go into the room with the door. This time the door is glitching. Walk into the door. It will teleport you into this weird room now. Now, while you're in this room, there's nothing you can do other than clicking X on this walkie-talkie and listening. Listening to the creator of the game talk about something before I guess he gets kind of interrupted. Now, at this point, like I said, there's nothing you can do while you're in this room. You can look around for a little bit, but what you want to do is after he's done talking, is just wait and look around for more patches. They will appear out of thin air, and all you want to do is collect the patches. And since it's a small room, you don't have to worry. It's not like it's going to really take time. As you see, they phase in right there. There's one. And once you collect the next one, this happens. You think, oh crap, the game's messing up. It starts glitching real bad, and it goes back to the virtual cabin loading screen. This is the final part of this. I guess it's a secret. I don't know. If they spent more time on making the game and levels than they did on the amount of work it took to do this, I would be far more impressed, because this is actually quite impressive what they did here. It'll load the virtual cabin again, this time patch 1.17 Warning, unstable build. Now, at this point, this is very simple. The game is screwing up. Okay, it's glitching badly. You'll see the dead bodies glitching, but all you want to do is follow these patches and collect them. You don't have to do anything but other walk through them. And as you get through here, you get a nice little treat of one of the main creators of the game. The main CEO of Ilphonic, Chuck Bergenhardt, or whatever his name is, which I think is kind of funny as hell that they kill him. And just walk around and collect these patches as they pop up. Now, if you haven't figured this out yet, they're going to lead you back downstairs. So you just want to basically follow these patches as they will appear. And it should be over here. Yep, it'll lead you back downstairs. And at this point, you're like, well, what's the hell is the difference? Because now you'll see that there's, you got your little Jason as a child over there this time, but the one Jason's still gone. But you'll notice each Jason has a patch in their hand. Just collect the patches. That's all you got to do. Oh, he's a good-looking guy, ain't he? Yeah, he's been working out. But collect several other patches. I think it takes like 3 of the patches. And I don't know if it matters in what order you grab the patches, but they're each holding one. Once you grab the 3rd and final one, you will be killed once again by Jason. I guess he chokes you to death. I'm not really sure on that. But once again, it'll restart from here. All the Jasons are gone. And now all you have to do is follow the patches for a final time. This time, they will take you upstairs. Just follow them. As you see, everything else is glitching around with the guys dying and everything like that. Which is kind of funny that they did this. But you head up now to the room that says coming soon. And walk through the door. It will take you to this. That's right, people. You knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. They may not have done the single player campaign mode like they said, and instead they just have offline bots right now, though I have heard they are working on almost like a sort of Hitman style version. But as you see here, a nice little nice little Easter egg here of what they have been working on that people have really been wanting to see. And it is, in fact, who you think. A nice little Easter egg showing that we will be getting Jason X fairly soon. They call him Uber Jason. So I guess if you need a ride, that's good. You can call on Uber Jason. Virtual cabin completed, Uber Jason and Grendel map coming soon. Now you have to give them credit. That's pretty damn cool that they would do that. But you're like, well, is that it? Well, kind of, sort of, because now if you go back into your offline play and load up the virtual cabin yet again, this time it will be called Virtual Cabin 2.0, and when you go downstairs, you can actually view the new Uber or Jason X character model. And as you see, once you head back down, you can go and look at the Jasons, and at the far end, he's finally uncovered. Here he is, the character model for Jason X, who will be coming soon. I want to thank everyone who watches this video. I want to say thank you for everyone who subscribes to my channel. Don't forget to enter my contest to win $1,000. And of course, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.